Hello and welcome to Illuminations with Tina and Fee, for you who desires a life of abundance. It is a new month. It is therefore a new theme and a new guest. So Fee's not here. I'm Tina. I usually kind of deal with the guest interviews. Lucky me. These are always very, very exciting. So this month's theme is a little bit of a, is it a strange one? Peculiar one maybe. Telling yourself lies. I think a very, very important subject. And with me, I've got Janet Vella. Janet is a dancer, yoga teacher, rapid transformational therapist, and does a lot of mind and body work. Welcome to the program, Janet.
Thanks, Tina. Thank you for the introduction.
Oh, listen, let's just kind of dive in at the deep end and kind of go, what have you got to say about telling yourself lies, Janet?
Loads. I think let's just keep it simple. I'm going to start with probably something that people don't realize. It's the disconnection to self. I think when we don't pause or stop and go inward and really tune in with our authenticity and who we really are and what we really want, it's as if we're kind of leading life from someone else's software. It's like we're living someone else's truth and not our own. Mm-hmm. And I see this in so many clients, and it's so sad that people don't get that time to kind of go, wait a minute, what's going on here? They don't give themselves the time to assess, pause. I think there's a lot of fear in pause. I think there's also a lot of fear in people getting to know themselves. Mm-hmm. I think I had a master's degree in this, so I can speak from first-hand experience. I wasn't interested in who I was. So I kind of plodded on, and it felt as if I wasn't living my life. And then I will kind of go into a little link of that telling lies to yourself. And just before I started my yoga journey, and I went through quite a hard childhood. And I grew up with this feeling of what's missing? There's something that I'm not doing. And as a child, I think as a teenager, I had so many, I just remember sore throat, swollen glands. And it was like that I can't get the words out. When I much later, when I went deep into the yoga journey and I started learning the amazing collaboration between the mind and the body, I realized that there's something that's stuck in my throat. It was as if I wanted to speak, and it kept staying down there, and it started resulting in swollen glands, and these swollen glands never left. So it was like going to the doctor, taking pills, taking whatever needed to be, and nothing happens. And then when I learned that obviously the physical body stems from the emotional, there's an emotional symptom that comes up first. Then I really realized, wait a minute, what's stuck in my throat? What words have I not managed to bring out, or what am I swallowing into my system? And that really, I can tell you, Tina, the sore throats disappeared. And now I'm 44. Every time I get a slight tweak here, I go, okay, what's going on? Where am I lying, or where am I not saying what I need to say? So that's really important. But I only learned it through meditation. It was like, sit with yourself until you get to know who you are, and you befriend that person, and then you become, oh, okay, this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to get. This is what I want to say, and this is how I'm going to say it. That's also another thing. Are you sure we only have 10 minutes?
Yes, we're a tight schedule.
Because there's also the way we talk about ourselves, about our life. Are we admitting the truth, or are we giving the world a fake layer? So that's one massive part of the lying to ourselves. And then there is fear. There's a massive chunk of fear of being judged, because you're speaking your truth, and the truth comes from your essence, your authenticity, who you truly are, why you are here on this plane, what your mission is.
Mm.
So until you get that little chunk of story behind you and really know, confirm it within you, nothing is going to come out with full honesty and grace and gentleness. It's probably going to come out in aggression or a choking attitude, and voila, the body responds.
Yes.
So that's a little.
Yeah, there's nuggets of wisdom there. Can I ask you on a personal level, of like, so you were a dancer from a fairly early age?
I started dancing at 6.
6, yeah. So there was some sort of self-expression there. There was a love for the movement of the body to the music, but that wasn't enough for you to be expressing your truth.
No. Throughout my years of dance, even though I loved it, I still do. I just performed a few hours ago. There was still something. What am I missing? What am I not doing? There's something I am not doing. I just don't want to be on stage. And then my body broke during the birth of my son. And it was as if life told me, I'm going to tell you what's missing in a minute. And then because the only thing I knew was how to move, how to express myself through my body, when the whole pelvis collapsed, I thought, oh, now what? And that's where my pause came.
Yeah.
I had to stop and pause because I was just going. But there was this little tiny voice saying, nah, this is not it for you.
But so in hindsight, can you see the signs that were telling you to pause, but you were ignoring it? And then there was this like, well, you're not listening. I am gonna.
That's it.
Make you pause.
Literally, life was like, she's not getting it. Send her a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Because there was so much fear as a child, because my parents collapsed, and their marriage collapsed, and I fell into a depression, and dance was my only way out. But that was only for me. I think life's mission for me was, you need to help people now, and dance alone isn't going to cut it. But there was that, there's missing, but I just couldn't stop. I was afraid to stop and pause until I was forced.
Yeah.
So sometimes when we don't make our own choices, life makes them for us.
Yes, if we're not listening.
Yeah.
So, but how do you think? So I'm thinking pretty much everyone I know, I'm hazarding a guess here now, have not grown up with a sense of this is me from the beginning, like this is the authentic me and I'm going to express myself. We've pretty much all of us have been on a journey where things have happened, and kind of then at some point there's a choice of kind of, you know what, I really need to start living my truth, and then we have to kind of decode all the cultural and social kind of codes that we've been put on ourselves. So do you think that that's kind of part of life, like a human experience?
Yes, I have to agree with that, because if I didn't go through these breakdowns and breakthroughs, I wouldn't be in a position to help someone who was suicidal. I was there myself. However, do we need to suffer that much? Can we not from school age be taught how to use our minds, not just count 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Why can't we be taught from a very young age, hey, go home, and if there's a problem, close your eyes and breathe? We're not trained to use the mind in that way. So it takes us all these years, and we're downloading someone else's software, and all the suffering for nothing, because when we're kids, we're kind of helpless, and we're sponging on information from parents, siblings, teachers, and sometimes it's not the correct software. So we have an opportunity to grow up feeling like, hey, I'm a queen already. But I think in my case, I think fate wanted me to go through that, because it taught me firsthand experience to have this affinity with someone who's going to sit in front of me and say, hey, I'm dying inside, help me. And I'm like, I know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for having that. But I wouldn't want my child to suffer like that.
I know.
So,
me neither.
I'm okay having gone through it, because now I'm kind of really strong and stable with that as my backbone. But I wouldn't want to go back and do it all over again.
No. I get that. So just to kind of wrap up, so you said that through meditation, that was how it happened for you.
Yeah.
Do you have any other ways for our viewers to kind of go, well, actually, I've come to the point now where I need to pause?
Because I'm stubborn as a human being, and life kind of threw me many thunderstorms, which I'm pretty grateful for. I had to travel all the way to India to find the meditation and how to meditate. And some people think that meditation is such a complex thing. I know I'm not really answering your question. I'm kind of going
go around
through it. I'm snaking through it. But meditation needs to be part of everyone's life. We don't listen to how we breathe. We don't close our eyes on a daily basis and say, am I breathing well? Am I in the now? Or is my mind thinking what I need to be doing or what I should have done? Because that's where it's either forward or backward. We're never here. And meditation is as simple as being in front of your sink washing dishes and giving all your attention to just that one dish, or chopping that one onion, nothing else. And a lot of people think, oh, because you need to sit and chant. Nah. I still don't chant. I've been in the yoga business forever. I don't chant. I wake up, I turn everything off, including my phone, and I sometimes clean the house, and it's one of the most beautiful experiences. It's like, I'm gonna clean my house. That's it.
Just being present.
But that's a pause that people don't even know how to take. Just breathe and do one thing at a time, and lose yourself in that one thing.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
so
totally
I
relate
didn't
to that.
really answer your question, but I gave you kind of the tool of how to meditate on a daily basis, rather than thinking that you have to be this yoga guru to meditate. You don't.
Yeah.
At all. So.
Yeah. Okay. So being in the moment, focusing on one thing, giving that your attention, and not having your mind going other places, or going from one thing to the other. I usually do that. Like, oh, do the and never kind of
escape. The escaping. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, I would be working, and like I pause and I go, oh my God, it's so chaotic. I don't know what to do. And now I got used to it. I shut everything down and I do a yoga practice. And then after, I get all my answers right in front of me, and I do everything so calmly. Whereas if I would have kept going, it would have just added to the chaos. Pause.
Okay.
Pause.
That would be the big word for today. Pause.
Pause and check the throat.
Yeah.
Let the body tell you if you're, because we're on the subject of lying. Definitely, that's the part of the body that kind of shows up and says, hey, no more. Thyroid gland is another one.
Yeah.
If you've kept it all in, it dies down. So
fantastic. So we're at the end of the program. Janet, where can people find you if they want to know more about you and connect with you?
So I am on janetvella.com. There's my story there. There's everything that I do there. I'm also on Facebook. My page is Strong in Mind Body. And I'm also on Instagram, which is Janet Vella. But everything is on my website. So it's janetvella.com, which has the main.
Fantastic. And we'll put that link up at the end of the
Thank you.
As well. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode.
You're welcome.
Sharing your wisdom and your journey. Really appreciate that.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. And also thank you to you, viewer, or if you're listening to this as a pod. Lovely to have you with us as always. Just let us know your comments about the lies that you might have been telling yourself, or anything that you kind of resonated with that Janet's been saying. And until next time, be well.